Check this out. Today, Minnesota State Patrol spent the afternoon honoring several heroic acts. Remember one we're going to show you here in a second. Minnesota State Trooper Zach Groover. He helped stop a runaway SUV traveling more than 100 miles per hour when a teen lost control, couldn't stop the car behind the wheel in Clay County.
And remember this fiery crash in St. Paul? This was I-94 last spring. Those are just bystanders. They were driving by, stopped on the interstate to rescue a stranger from that burning SUV. These bystanders were honored this afternoon, as well as the first responder on scene, a Minnesota Department of Transportation employee. We'll hear from them tonight on Valley News Live at 10.
Another crazy crash to show you as well. A State Patrol sergeant and residents saving a driver trapped in this fiery crash along I-35W in Roseville. We've seen this one before as well. They were honored this afternoon too. Last night, Minnesota DFL and Republican leaders announced they had reached a power-sharing agreement to end that weeks-long DFL boycott and stalemate.
Today, they explained what exactly is in the deal. WCCO's Kirsten Mitchell has details from St. Paul.
Leaders from both parties have been meeting together throughout this boycott to try to come up with a power-sharing agreement. That agreement finally announced today, nearly a month into the session. So here's what they agreed on. Republican leader Lisa Demuth will serve as Speaker of the House for the entire two-year term through 2026. She makes history as the first black woman to serve in that role. GOP lawmakers will chair committees at least until the special election in March. If Democrats prevail in the DFL-favored district and the House stands evenly split again, they will then share power. There'll also be a new fraud and oversight committee that Republicans will lead for 2 years. Also part of the agreement, DFL Representative Brad Tabke will hold on to his seat. There were concerns from Democrats that Republicans with that advantage would remove him.
Having a Republican speaker with very little limitations over the next 2 years is a huge win for Republicans. It is a huge win for the state of Minnesota. To have fraud not just talked about, but actually addressed and corrected is a huge win for the state of Minnesota, the taxpayers of Minnesota.
Prior to this conflict, I publicly stated that this tie gives us a golden opportunity to show that bipartisan governing can work. And even though we had these rough few weeks, we can turn the page now. And we have an opportunity to really show Minnesotans that we can govern together in a collaborative way.
That's Kirsten Mitchell reporting. While Republicans hold the temporary advantage in the House, the DFL holds a one-seat advantage in the state Senate.
The two chambers need to approve a 2-year state budget by the end of this June or face a state government shutdown if they can't agree to one. Up next, why Spirit Lake is opposed to the potential new tribal casino in Grand Forks, and why they say they should have been given a heads up.